Ah, yes, the golden little silver thing that you can throw at people. Hello guys, Zark101 here, and today we are going to be asking the basic question, is the guillotine, or I called it the cleaver, I've always called it the cleaver, is the cleaver useless? Now this is after the Jungle Inferno update. Now the Jungle Inferno update has been out for a very long time. But in that update, they basically killed off the Sandman and Cleaver combo. Now, the Cleaver on its own, in my opinion, is a somewhat viable option. But honestly, it's not. There's way more better options out there. Now, the old tactic, which isn't that old, but people used to remember and people probably miss it a lot, is you would stun the person with the Sandman, would leave them stunned, and the guillotine had a specific particular stat that would really help with this. And this was, it would give crits on stunned opponents. So basically, you can imagine, you would Sandman cleaver them and they would be dead, and you got the crit would be 150 damage, which would be enough as a sniper shot. And in my opinion, I never used the thing because I've explained this in other videos. I've never been really good at the Sandman and Cleaver combo. But honestly, I did respect and I did love I did actually like the Scout having that sort of option, and I did use it from time to time. But now that it's gone, the Cleaver by itself, not the Sandman, I've already done a video on that. The Cleaver on its own, honestly, doesn't feel like... Its bleed is, I believe, 4 damage per bleed or whatever, and that's fine and dandy. But honestly, that's, in my opinion, it's not enough, because you just become this annoying, like, Scout is an annoying pest. That's kind of what he does. He runs around and shoots people, right? But like, the Cleaver is just, its output of damage is weak enough where the point where it's just literally you're annoyed with the fact that you can't do anything with it. And honestly, the stock pistol, Pretty Boy's pocket pistol, Winger, Criticola, Bonk, Atomic Punch, those like 6 options are very, I believe those are way better than the Cleaver now, because the Cleaver has nothing to pair it up with. Before the Cleaver, its stats were sort of the same. It didn't do a lot of bleed by itself, but it had that random crit thing on stunned players. But now it doesn't even have that. So now all we're left with is a little guillotine knife thing that you can throw at people and be like, hey look, I'm so cool, I can throw knives, whoa, look at this. And well, in reality, you're like, the person beside you is like, what the fuck? Now, honestly, I have found a combination with the guillotine. I'm not saying it's completely darn useless, I'm saying there's much more viable options in my opinion. But, if you do wish to use this guillotine, or the cleaver, whatever it's called, I would recommend using the Force of Nature. The reason being is the Force of Nature can basically strip somebody of their health in one clean shot, and you can land the cleaver for the finishing blow. Now this combo is not exactly, I would say, concrete. I would not exactly say it is the most reliable option for a guillotine. But in my opinion, it's somewhat a good substitute for, at least for now. Now honestly, the guillotine is just, like, even this combo, in my opinion, can't save the guillotine from being useless. And in my, like, if you want to use the guillotine, I will gladly give it to you by the handle and be like, here you go. Now here are the stats, or there were the stats of the guillotine. Honestly, in my opinion, I feel like Scout's classic loadouts have been reduced to faults, and honestly in more favor of Pyro having a jetpack. But I'm not going to get into that because it's been around forever. It's been around for like one whole year, so yeah, I'm not going to say anything. Now, honestly, the bleed does help, but you literally have to pick off people that are at low health. And even that's a stretch of the imagination, because you can't freaking tell what health the person is at unless you're close enough, within like 3 feet. Which honestly is too close for comfort for a guy, for a scrawny little man that has 125 health and can basically be killed by anything in this entire game. But honestly, the Force of Nature on its own is completely fantastic, and you don't have to pair it with, like, the guillotine. I just find I like the pattern of you shoot your 2 clips, you throw the guillotine, you run away, and you rinse and repeat over and over again. In my opinion, that is the only way to actually use the guillotine nowadays. Now, for people that actually can use the guillotine effectively and actually do, like, use it, bravo to you, sir. Bravo to you, sir. I respect you completely. Unless you kill me, then my respect is slightly gone. And and honestly, the guillotine is just not. At this point, I'm gonna say it, and I know everybody knows this already, but the guillotine is not in its prime. And honestly, I just feel like there's just so many other options for your secondary, because honestly, Scout's melee not Scout's melee, that's Scout's melee weapons is a whole other topic for another video. I gotta say that. But Scout's secondary weapons, most of the favorite are pistols, and I would basically use the three pistols: pistol, the stock pistol, Pretty Boy's pocket pistol, winner, and then if you want some difference, use the sodas, Criticola, all that stuff. But honestly, the guillotine's just left behind, and so is the Sandman. Now, the atomizer, I said in the video, I'm not going to use it anymore. Now, I didn't, but I recently looked back on it and been like, is this thing really bad now? Is it? And in my opinion, I like to look back on weapons just to check with myself if the presumption I made was correct. And I will say with the guillotine, it kind of was. But, yeah. Anyways, guys, that has been the video. Hopefully you guys enjoy this sort of post-commentary music thing, because I honestly kind of like doing these sometimes, and yeah. So, yeah, guys, that's the guillotine, in my opinion. Honestly, I really wish it wasn't in this state, because it is a really, I would say the concept. I don't know, I feel weird to say that, but yeah, I honestly do. And I've always liked it. I've dismissed it sometimes, often overlooked it, but in my opinion, it still is a good weapon. Anyways, in my opinion, it was a good weapon. That's a better thing. It was a good weapon. Now it's just not that much. Anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. And I'll see all of you next time. Bye. Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night.